Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fatiha binti Hamdan from class RCS 2483C. Today I would like to discuss about artificial organ as my individual assignment for PHI 454 History and Philosophy of Science. For your information, around the world, lists of patients in need of an organ transplant are often longer than the list of those willing or able to donate because some of the most in-demand organs for a transplant can only be donated after a person has died. For example, recent data from British Heart Foundation show that the number of patients waiting for a heart transplant in the United Kingdom has grown by 162% in the last 10 years. Now, 50 years after the first successful heart transplant, experts believe we may be nearing an era where organ transplantation will no longer be necessary. What is an artificial organ? The definition of an artificial organ is a human-made organ device or tissue that is implanted or integrated into a human to replace a natural organ to duplicate or augment a specific function or functions so the patient may return to a normal life as soon as possible. The replaced function does not have to be related to the life support, but it often is. For example, replacement bones and joints, such as those found in hip replacement, could also be considered as artificial organ. Implied by the definition, we can understand that the device must not be continuously tethered to a stationary power supply or other stationary resources, such as filters or chemical processing unit. Next, let's take a look at the history of artificial organ. Where does it actually begin? The first real breakthrough in artificial organ design came in 1982 with Jarvik 7, the first fully functioning artificial heart to be successfully implanted in a human. The medical researcher Robert Jarvik and inventor William Johann Kopf are credited with the design of Jarvik 7. Kopf has several other innovations to his credit, including the first artificial kidney, which is dialysis machine, and the heart-lung machine, and he is known for being an avid proponent of blood transfusion procedure, all of which reflect his enthusiasm and belief in helping the human body continue to function even after its organs stop. For this innovation and ideologies, he is regarded as the father of artificial organ. So, we have now the history and definition of artificial organ. So, we need to know the advantage of this technology. The first advantage is artificial organ could solve transplant shortage. Artificial organ can meet the huge demand of healthy donor organs. There is a huge list of patients who are in urgent need of healthy organs but are unable to find a suitable willing donor. The second one, artificial organ can replace disease or damaged organ, thereby providing the ailing patient with an opportunity to lead a healthy and normal life. The third one, a major stumbling block in the form of organ rejection can be solved due to artificial organ, as artificial organ can created by taking the stem cell of the same person and of the same organ. So, the possibility of rejection has been reduced significantly. The last one, with the help of regenerative medicines or artificial organ therapy, born with them can even have a new skin. Next, the advantages of artificial organ. The first one, a major concern is the possible presence of the disease in the base tissue which is used to create the organ. Sometimes, if a foreign body tissue is used to regenerate or reconstruct the organ, in such cases, there is a possibility that the tissues is already infected by other disease. The second one, the entire cost of growing and transplanting an artificial organ is prohibitive and thus limit the scope of its application to the general public. The third one, and the last one, there is high chances of organ failure, and the body may even take some time to adapt to the new organ. How the body reacts to the new organ may vary from person to person. If there is a problem with the functioning of the organ, you might need to go for another transplant. Next, what is the effect of artificial organ towards the society? Science has made it possible to produce artificial organ using another technological marvel, which is 3D printing. When applied to medicine, the technique is referred to as 3D bioprinting, and the achievement in the emerging technique has already been quite remarkable. Together with 3D bioprinting, such innovation could well become the answer to donors of age. The future of regenerative medicine in synthetic organ that could easily, affordably, and reliably be printed for patients on demand. So let's take a look at the application of artificial organ in our daily life. The first one, artificial heart. Artificial heart, which include total artificial hearts and ventricular assist device, are machines that are capable of replacing or assisting the pumping actions of the heart for prolonged periods without causing excessive damage to the blood component. The artificial heart is typically used to bridge the time to heart transplantation or to permanently replace the heart in case heart transplantation is impossible. The next one is artificial womb. In April 2017, researchers from the Center for Fetal Diagnosis and Treatment at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia announced and published that they had developed the world's first artificial womb. Nicknamed BioBag, this worm resembles Ziploc bag with tubes of amniotic fluid, oxygen, nutrient, and blood weaving in and out. Inside the bag, though, the researcher managed to nurture fertile lamb. Last but not least, artificial ovaries. The groundwork for the development of the artificial ovary was laid in the early 1990s. Reproductive age patients who develop cancer after receiving chemotherapy or radiation therapy, which damage oocytes and lead to early menopause. An artificial human ovary has been developed at Brown University with self-assembled microtissues created using novel 3D Petri dish technology. In the future, scientists hope to replicate this in larger animals as well as humans. The artificial ovary will be used for the purpose of in vitro maturation and immature oocytes and development of a system to study the effect of environmental toxin on folliculogenesis. Before I end my presentation, let's look at this video first about the artificial womb. That's all from me. Thank you.